Well, details on fuel prices coming on yet another welcome note. You have the Gujarat Chief Minister saying that his state government will reduce the taxes on the VAT on petrol and diesel and make it cheaper following the centre's tax cut. Remember, the centre just on Tuesday midnight had cut the excise duty, which effectively reduced the price of petrol and diesel. The centre then also instructed all state governments to do the same, to cut on VAT to further bring down the prices. It is at the end of the day an independent decision for the state government whether or not to follow an advice, a request that came in from the centre. But the state of Gujarat, once again, of course, led and ruled by the BJP, has chosen to lead from the front, being the first state to accept that advice. We're going to be getting in further inputs exactly to what extent, what percentage of VAT that has been reduced. The nitty-gritties, the details of that would be coming in just a bit. But this is the first state which is now officially on record stated by the Chief Minister of Gujarat himself, saying that as far as his state goes, they have agreed to reduce VAT on petrol and diesel and make it cheaper for the state. And the state of Kerala, which many would think has come in a disappointing note, or could it be seen also an absolute defiance of the state? Kerala has refused to reduce the VAT. Kerala minister shifts the blame entirely on the centre, saying that it is for the centre to cut taxes to ease prices. The centre cannot be suggesting to the state to burden itself further by reducing VAT on petrol. So this is two examples where you have Gujarat, which is a BJP ruled state, in going along with what the centre had asked for to reduce VAT, and on the other end you have Kerala, which is outright refused that, saying that it is the centre's job to do it. Could there be politics coming into play as well? At the end of the day, you have the consumer feeling the heat of it. Our correspondent Vivek getting us those inputs on what Kerala maintains on this.
Yes, the Kerala Finance Minister Thomas Isaac has now maintained that it cannot cut the VAT on petroleum products. Now, what the Finance Minister clearly said is that it is the central government who puts a tax of 14 rupees a litre for petrol and rupees 12 a litre for diesel, and they should be first to cut the tax, and only then that we can decide on whether the state could cut the tax. The state will reduce the VAT on petroleum products. Now, whether, as you said, that there is any politics behind this, it is very early to comment on this. But Kerala Finance Minister making it very clear that it is not ready to cut the tax on fuel products. They say that
the revenue. Vivek, but one would think that this has come in as an absolute outright denial of what has been requested by the centre. Kerala government not even wanting to midway accept, or for the sake of consumers of their own state, to go halfway down the line to accept what the centre has stated, because the centre was sure to set an example in cutting excise duty themselves first before requesting states to reduce VAT.
Absolutely true. This looks like a very, the Kerala Finance Minister in a very denial mode in this particular case, especially because, the benefit of this would go to the lakhs of consumers, the people who are using the two-wheelers and four-wheelers. So it's actually a complete outright rejection of the Petroleum Minister's request to the state to reduce the VAT on petroleum products. Now, let me tell you, the Kerala government's view was the same earlier too. Finance Minister earlier had said that the central government should take the step on this. But in this case, even after the Petroleum Minister requesting the state government, the Kerala government rejecting it outrightly.
That's right. But on the other end, interestingly, Vivek, you have a BJP-ruled state government, Gujarat, there, where the Chief Minister is readily agreed to it. The details of which, of course, we still need to get in exactly how much VAT is to be slashed. But the Gujarat government, for a start, of course, has accepted that suggestion.
Absolutely true. It's a very good move by the Gujarat government. There's no doubt about that. But whether states like Kerala, now Kerala being the two of the communist states, the communist ruled states in India, it should be looked upon whether the Kerala government will be ready to do that. Because the Kerala government, there is a slugfest, a war of words going on between the Kerala LDF government and the BJP government for the last few days on various political issues. Now, we don't know whether there is any political, kind of pressurizing on this issue. Whether the state is trying to pressurize the central government on this, we don't know about that. But Kerala Finance Minister's statement to our that in Alappuzha has, clearly sent a signal that the Kerala government is not ready to cut the tax as per now.
Right, Vivek, but what is the reason? If not to entirely cut the VAT, no one's of course asking for that extreme decision, but just a minor slash.
Absolutely true. The Kerala, there is no reason as why the government has, said that they are not ready to reduce the tax, but they say that the Kerala government, the finance minister says that if the Kerala government, the government goes ahead and reduce the tax, it is going to be a huge revenue loss for the state. Now he has not given the estimates of the revenue loss, but he said that at this point of time, where the state is in a very financially aggrieved state, that it won't be possible for them to reduce the tax as per now.
All right, this is of course clearly also following Mirror Now's relentless coverage in bringing to the front the focus on the issue of rising fuel prices tirelessly, which has been part of Mirror Now's campaign. A lot of it now being realized on ground. The centre taking note, taking the first move of cutting excise duty and then asking for states to slash on VAT as well. Gujarat being the first state for having accepted that. Vivek, thank you for getting us those details.